before we say die. Here we are, killing ourselves alive. We just need one more hit, and we might just live forever.
Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our second season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 35 of 36, which is going to be at North Carolina Speedway for the Pop Secret 400. The Rock. I call it Rockingham because Rockingham sounds better, but it's called North Carolina in this game. In the last episode, we went to Phoenix International Raceway, where I finished in 7th place, but led the entire first half of the race, and then a few laps before Kevin Grubb decided that he was going to be the lap car that was salty after something that could have not been avoided at Atlanta, got in my way at Phoenix, and then caused me to lose the lead to Dale Earnhardt Jr. And I wrecked out of the lead, and I just lost a bunch of positions. I spun the car off turn 4 and everything, and I take no blame for the entire situation. Kevin Grubb, that dead-ass son of a bitch. Like, you're racing me like shit even whenever you're not supposed to be able to race anymore. So that's a very dark statement, but that's how much I hate him right now in this darn game. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. only gained 5 points on Tony Stewart with that one because I think Stewart finished right behind him. We are still in 10th place. We are 41 points in front of Kurt Busch and 60 behind Jimmy Johnson. I think there's a slight chance we can get to 9th place before this is all over, but we should be fine as far as staying in front of Kurt Busch because going into Rockingham, this is a track that I'm even better at, or maybe not so much better at. I like this track more, and we have better equipment going to this race because we got a fresh chassis, fresh engine, and our body is still very used from what happened at Rockingham and Atlanta. Like, the worst case scenario, like, this is our 3rd time using that one as well because I forgot to do something with my bodies and my equipment after Martinsville. But whenever it comes to Kevin Grubb going into this race, I think my only choice is if we come up on him as lap traffic, we're going to have to run him over into turn 3, get him out of the way, hope that I get a run off of turn 4 and into turn 1 so they never gets a chance to, bother me after that point. But yeah, like, I can't even bother trying to race this guy cleanly. Like, I tried to at Phoenix, and then he took me out and gave me no room and everything. And yeah, Carroll Racing, Dr. Pepper Dodge. I'm about to have the Coca-Cola Dodge, and I hope Kevin Grubb just gets fired from this ride and doesn't get, like, a different other driver's ride, like, because that'd be great. We got some other rivalries from all kinds of other previous races. Chase Montgomery was from Phoenix as well. It's just, I was so much faster than lap traffic, it was causing problems. And you got other stuff like the Martinsville race in Atlanta with Johnny Benson. But let's quick select the chassis, engine, and body. And yeah, let me take a look at that body right there. 93 condition. Freaking EA Tracks bullcrap is sitting in the way, but glad to actually have some fresh equipment in here. And this is our last time we're going to have to be using this body. So we'll have some decent equipment at Homestead all around finally. So 71 car rating. Let's go get that pole. My setup for qualifying is negative 0.5 turns wedge with 18 PSI, just so that it's a shorter run car. We're going to put it on 22 once I'm done with it all. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the pole in the first lap, even if I didn't put it on 18 PSI, just because that wedge adjustment it turns decently going into every corner. I don't want to try the 15 PSI thing where it wears on the tires too much. It'd be good when the race starts, but I think the wedge can do its job. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the pole in the first lap. So, let's try real good at team ball now outside wall. Destruction! We just took the pole from Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, Tony Stewart is going to be starting in 3rd, but it seems like Dale Earnhardt Jr. is giving all he's got to take it from Tony Stewart, that championship. He can't get it. I'm trying to slow off Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s run so that I can lead the first lap of the race. Oh, we're getting tied up in turn 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. hits the outside wall, and I'm not going to let out the gas. I want to lead the first lap of the race. I am going to lead the first lap of the race. Or spin the race car. I could do that too. I am so tired of this car not turning off turn 2 whenever I start these darn races here. Now Mark Martin's in the equation. Okay, we led the first lap. I'll let anybody else do it. I'm going to lead every freaking lap in this race until pit stops and then lead some more laps. So we're going to dominate this thing. We're not going to have to put up with Kevin Grubb's nonsense. We're going to win this freaking race. Looks like we got some people going down pit road, and I'm just completing the 18th lap of the race. Yeah, this has literally just been the entire way, always long, and someone overheated, Chase Montgomery. I wish it could have been my other rival that I made in lap traffic in the last race. But nope. But I still, I'm not going to complain too much because, I'm dominating the 2nd race in a row. And this one, look how big my lead is right now, 10 seconds? 7.5 seconds. Last time I checked it was 5.5, but I've just been running qualifying laps and shit. Getting some more cars off pit road and stuff. Well, this time by it's the halfway point. and I have officially led the most laps in the race. My car is trying to spin for no reason, but we're going to enter pit road. Okay, I'm entering pit road really slowly, but I'm trying to be careful at the same time. It's not like it matters. I have a big fucking lead. Okay, so no repairs, damage. I've kept this car perfectly clean, aside from like, small contact with Dale Earnhardt Jr. I don't even know if I should have. Maybe I should have let him lead that lap, just the first lap of the race, even though I want it more than like he does secretly, because he could lead that lap, get a few extra 5 points on Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr. can't gain points on Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm so stupid. But like what I'm trying to say, like 5 extra points for him, and then I can continue to lead the most laps in the race. But yeah, ever since Mark Martin got by him, it's just been Mark Martin running in second place. So yeah, that's probably his only chance. So really fast pit stop, get off pit road, don't spin this thing, which has happened but me before. I've spun the car off pit road, which is kind of sad, but there we go. And the leader is right in front of us, a lap ahead of course, but they're going down pit road. Who is that? That was leading laps. Is that Tony Stewart? Yes it is. Okay, let's see how things play out. I came up with a better idea, guys. I was like, hey, what if we just share draft, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's very difficult whenever he won't stay in front of me. He's just sitting in that middle lane, but in the end, he's supposed to be trying to block me, which would make it easier, but he's not actually doing that. Okay, let's gain back on him. We got it down to 62. I had to let go of the draft so I wouldn't cause it to decrease by not being behind him. It is so difficult. Don't make me hit the wall, you asshole. He's secretly still doing shit to mess up my race. Hitting the brakes. I'm going underneath 120 miles an hour or some shit. Okay, it's at 60. We get it down to 58 right here. And we should be good. Should be good, should be good, should be good. And there we go. Okay, so we get a run off turn 4. Doesn't have enough time to block me. And there we go. We finally passed him. And he's out of the way. We can go down even a little bit more after this race just because it does that for the wait period between races. So, let's win the race. Here we come flying off turn 4 yet again. And the white flag will wave. And we are for sure going to win this race. I just have to not get cut off by lap traffic like I have been all race. Like, that's been the hardest part of this. It's just lap cars. Just every single fucking one of them. Stanton Barrett, David Green, Chase Montgomery, and then Kevin Grubb. But one more lap car to pass. Terry Labonte. I couldn't complete the pass, but there we go. 4th win of our career and our season here at Rockingham. Let's do some donuts. It was only a 60-minute race. It felt like a whole 30-minute race just because of how damn boring it was. There was not an important lap in that race aside from the first one, was there? Okay, we're burning it down. Rockingham! Wow, I led 37 of the 39 laps in this race. The other 2 were led by Tony Stewart because he decided to stay out for a couple more laps. Now, I could have stayed out because I had such a big lead and led every single lap in the race if I'd stayed out as long as he did. That's just being truthful right there. I also could have gave one to Dale Earnhardt Jr., but I didn't want to do that. I was too stingy. But still, I'm not even going to make a thumbnail for, replay. I'm not going to show victory lane because I didn't really even have to try to win this race. It was supposed to be the same thing at Phoenix, but no, instead we had to deal with Kevin Grubb, and I guess I wasn't prepared. But I was certainly prepared this time. I knew exactly what to do, and maybe I should have done that, even though he was more difficult at Phoenix, even though it was a lower rating. Next week on Christmas Eve, we are going to be finishing off the 2nd season by going to Homestead Miami Speedway for the Ford 400 with Dynamis Prime's paint scheme, just to finish off the season with my favorite paint scheme out of the 4 that I selected from the contest whenever we started it off. And yeah, this is sad to think this is going to be our last chance to win in this paint scheme whenever we couldn't do it at Texas, Talladega most recently, and then Phoenix in the last episode. I think there are other chances, and it's just, I can't win in this paint scheme. It's my favorite one. It's so freaking irritating. You have no idea how much it irritates me that I can't win in my favorite paint scheme. But yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. closes in on the points lead that Tony Stewart had by a little bit. It's now down to 143 points. But I think with that in mind, Tony Stewart clinches the title. I don't think he can really lose the championship at this point, but it could be wrong. I don't know what the total maximum points is. And we passed Jimmy Johnson finally. I am 15, 25 points in front of him, something like that. So we got 9th place. I don't think we'll be too bad at Homestead. We should be able to keep this, finish 9th place with the season ending off. I won't forget to show the standings and statistics after I finish the last race of the season like I did last time. Don't worry, guys. Okay, Kevin Grubb's rating is down to -36. That's kind of random. I I got it down to 58, and then I passed him. So like, maybe it was like 56 and it went down 20. I don't know. And then Matt Kenseth from Martinsville as well. But yeah, we're gonna finish out the season with no rivals. Let's make no contact at Homestead, and those rivalries, they can go away, I guess. I think Kevin Grubb will still be there, but I don't know. So click on team management. We've got some work to do in the garage. We got to use this chassis right here in the next episode. Only goes down to 97 condition. It could have been 98, but you know, had a few bumps here and there. I think I tagged the wall one time. Okay, so we've got to overhaul this engine right here, which is going to increase the efficiency just by 1%. Yeah, it'll be a while till we can actually have our better engine, like shop editions and stuff like that, because they're still working on the chassis thing, and yeah, we're gonna work on the engines afterwards, or maybe bodies, just because that one's the lowest right now, and we don't have to work on the engine so much. It's not that big of a deal. I really think that the engines aren't that important right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and do repairs right now. It's not gonna grease it that much. So just 2 races, and this is what we're gonna be using the next episode. Fresh engine, 72 power, 69 efficiency, which is what this wanted to go up to, but yeah, it's just not worth it. And we're gonna start building a new one, which is 75 power, 72 efficiency. That's higher. I don't know why they can't overhaul it better than that. I guess overhauls are more difficult than just building something better. It's a weird thought, but yeah. We're in the 2 millions now? Well, we were, but not anymore because I just did all that stuff. Okay, what about the bodies? I forgot about that. Bodies. Yeah, we've got one to overhaul right here. 6 races until the next one comes in. Just need to pay attention to that. This will increase the downforce by 3%. That is certainly worth it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Like, downforce is a big deal at many tracks. Oh, golly, that's a big overhaul. $344,000. These 6 races till this comes in. And we're using this in the next episode. 68 downforce and 66 drafting. It's just all the other stuff is in the 70s. We still haven't gotten bodies in the 70s yet before the end of the season. I don't know if it's sad or it's just not that big of a deal, but I mean, we're contending for top 5s all the freaking time, so I guess not. Speaking of top 5s, we've got 2 races left on skid pad, but sponsorship. 78 happiness. It was 72 going to that race, but it goes up that much just because I started in the top 5 and I finished in the top 5, so I get all the expectations met for all 3 of these darn things. Yeah, golly, like, I just freaking blew these expectations for the associate sponsorship out of the water, and I think we'll be fine once it's just the primary, because these 2 are going to end after the next race. It says 1 race remaining for associate and the secondary. Wow, yeah, it went up 6%. So yeah, it goes up 6% whenever I get all 3 of them, but I want to see if we can do that at Homestead. Get a top 5, start in the top 15 and everything, and then we can find ourselves getting it up to like 84%. But see you next time. That's that, and episode over.